All right, welcome back, crime fighters. It's time for another edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted, the program where you get to help make Calhoun County a better and safer place by helping us lock up the bad guys. I'm your host, Chris Wright, along with Calhoun County Sheriff Matthew Wade. Good to see you, Sheriff.
Hey, it's always good to be on the show, Chris. I appreciate that.
So, once again, as always, our viewers have done their job.
They have 2 arrests this week. Never let us down. Brings our count up to 4,003 people put in jail, all because somebody's willing to get involved. In the past couple of weeks with our double homicide, people have helped us out tremendously. I can't say it enough. This is not about us versus you or the sheriff's office versus citizens. It's just us. And with them being able to talk with us and believe in us, we were able to solve a case. And we're still looking for one of the suspects, but we have warrants on him and we know what transpired, and we're gonna keep going until we get him.
Just real briefly, let's talk about that situation, because I know that there were some people online and such that were getting frustrated that there had not been an arrest. And a lot of people, they have a hard time understanding that you don't necessarily release every bit of information that you have. It's not in the public's best interest for everything that your investigators have found to become public knowledge.
Absolutely, and in this case, we still know a lot of information we haven't released. People watch our TV show every week, people get on our Facebook page. We firmly believe that these suspects were probably monitoring social media, monitoring the news, monitoring us. We don't want to tip our hand. You don't want to tell them what you're going to do or where you think they might be, and they'll move. And
it's not trying to keep anything from the public. You want the public to know everything that they can know, as long as it doesn't harm the investigation.
Absolutely.
Because that doesn't help them at all.
The main goal is to bring these people to justice, and once we get them arrested, we can be able to tell more of what happened, of the story. But until that happens, we don't want to say anything that would harm our investigation. Things that we know when we go to interview somebody, if we've already said everything we know, then they know how to build a story, an alibi, to try to cover their tracks. So, people on the social media can be a good thing, and there's a lot of people who just want to be keyboard commandos and say things that they want to say and be hateful and mean. But my mom always told me that if it's good, tell everybody. If it's bad, tell that person. So, you got to take social media with a grain of salt, but at the same time, most time when people are saying things, they don't know what they're talking about.
And I have seen, actually, let's give credit where it's due, some folks that had been a little bit concerned on Facebook, we'll put it that way, came out and apologized after the arrests.
Sure, and that's why my job is to make sure people know we're doing our best and that we do our best. Our guys were working double shifts. I left on Sunday morning, so my child saw me Saturday night. I go to bed. I woke up at Sunday morning at 4:30 when they called me. My son didn't see me again, or my daughter, till Wednesday night, late. So our guys are putting everything they can into it. What a lot of times citizens don't realize, that we do have limited resources. Normally you call the police, they come. But there's only so many deputy sheriffs we have. There's only so many investigators. There's just not enough. So, when everybody's working, there's only limited resources. So those guys, they worked hard, and they really were. I'm proud of them. I know what they did. I know how hard it was. At the beginning, people were down this rabbit trail saying somebody had done it, and we knew the very first day this guy didn't. We named suspects when we were ready to do so. We were trying to catch these guys that we knew were suspects before they ran, and they had already done so. But the last one, we're going to catch him. If he's watching, we're going to get him. And the reward's still $6,000, and I have people asking to give more. So
there you go. And you talk about all of your employees our deputies out there giving so much of their time, and now we're asking them to give something else as well in the public also.
We are. We're having a blood drive at the sheriff's office on August the 16th, 8 a.m. to noon. And here's the good thing, is if you go give some blood at the sheriff's office, they're going to give you a $5 Target gift card. So, I'll be honest with you, I give blood, but man, I can't help it. About every time they have to lay me down for a while, So, I can't help it. I do it. But I suffer and do it because, if I'm ever in a wreck or any of my family members are ever hurt, I want them to have this life-saving blood that would save it. In one pint, I don't know, once you give blood, I think it can help 10 or 15 people. So come to the Sheriff's Office on the 16th, give blood. You know, we try to be an agency that's not just policing. We try to be part of our community. Our guys care about everybody. They have servants' hearts, and we try our best to do blood drives to help in the community and also solve crimes.
All right. We'll have more information about that on the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office Facebook page as well, so you can keep track of it there. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with the first half of this week's lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead,
drug addict, alcoholic,
meth freak,
a wretch
like me.
I once was.
homeless.
Broken, sad,
just lost.
But now I am sober.
happy.
I'm found.
Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
AOD Federal Credit Union. You already know their friendly staff and great loan products. So here's reason number 8 to choose AOD FCU, a new all-platinum Visa credit card. Call 1-800-637-0299 or visit AODFCU.com to start earning 1% cash back on purchases. Your good credit earns you a better rate. A new Platinum Visa card. Another reason you belong at AOD Federal Credit Union.
I have my own lawn care service. One day I had some blades that was bent. I was probably here for 5 minutes and they had me back on the road going.
It helps me make more money simply because it's a more dependable machine. And side-by-side comparisons, people want to say they're better, but I've driven them and Toro is the best.
Hey folks, come see us at Foothills Tractor. We're your one-stop shop for anything you need. Locally owned, locally operated, give you the best customer service guaranteed.
And welcome to this week's edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted lineup. First up on our lineup this week, Remington Johnson. Mr. Johnson, last known to be living in Birmingham. He's wanted for murder. We're looking for this guy. There's lots of rewards out there for him. So if you know his whereabouts, please give us a call. Next up, we'd like you to meet Courtney Smith. Miss Smith, last known to be living in Heflin. She's wanted for failure to appear on theft of property. Second. And this is Shedrick Jones. Mr. Jones, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for non-payment of child support, the face of a deadbeat dad. And meet Thomas Preston. Mr. Preston, last known to be living in Piedmont. He's wanted for failure to pay on theft of property. Third. And take a look at Melissa Stevens. Miss Stevens, last known to be living in Oxford. She's wanted for bond revocations on possession of a controlled substance and use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And this is Tanya Taylor. Miss Taylor, last known to be living in Piedmont. She's wanted for non-payment of child support, the face of a deadbeat mom. And last up for the first half of our lineup, Jeffrey Rogers. Mr. Rogers, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to appear on possession of marijuana. Second. And that's it for the first half of our lineup. Stay tuned for the second half later in the show.
All right, we are back on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. We'll have the second half of this week's lineup for you here in just a few minutes, but right now we want to welcome Patty Tiller onto the show from the ARC of Calhoun and Cleveland counties. Good to see you, Patty.
Good to be here.
Hold that up. All
right.
Here we go.
The sheriff is holding up a sign advertising your upcoming lip sync battle.
That's right. It's a good deal. I should employ you to do that.
Don't ask me to do it twice, I guess.
Okay.
We were practicing lip sync off camera, weren't we?
We were. He was doing a great rendition of Love Shack.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I won't share it on the show.
Yeah, sure, it was great.
And they suddenly we were back. Okay.
Yeah. We were wishing he was lip syncing.
Yes.
Let's just put it that way. So the lip sync battle. Tell us about this. It sounds like it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. Last year was our first year that we did it. It's a fundraiser for the ARC of Calhoun and Cleveland counties, which serves people with intellectual disabilities. And it was a television show. It was part of the Tonight Show to begin with, one of the sketches that they did on the Tonight Show. And it became so popular that it's its own syndicated show. And this year has been nominated for an Emmy. So we're watching that one day and we went, that would be easy to do locally and fun to do. So basically what people do, local acts bring in a couple of songs that they want to lip sync to. They create their own act. They can have up to 5 minutes and they get to perform it. And we get to judge them.
There you go. Lip syncing is something fun that anybody can do. We just had the annual UCP telethon. Yes. And I was an MC on there. It's been decades that I've been doing this. The one thing I can remember from my first year MCing at that telethon, I've forgotten all the other acts. I introduced a whole bunch of different acts, but the one that I still remember was a Ray Stevens impersonator that was lip syncing Ray Stevens songs. And she looked just like him.
She.
Yeah,
she.
Yeah, she had the beard and everything. But
last year we had Pokemon. We had a Pokemon guy. He ordered his suit just for it. You don't have to get that fancy, but he actually, it was really funny. They did the Pokemon theme song and lip sync to that. Last year we had the Blues Brothers and Ike and Tina Turner. This year we're going to have, so far we're going to have Lady Gaga.
Okay.
We're going to
have. Is that you, Sheriff?
Okay. No.
Sham. I'm gonna mess this up. Sam and the Pharaohs.
Sam and the Pharaohs.
Yeah, with Willie Bully.
Yep.
Some Taylor Swift, and some girls just want to have fun, but that's been covered by so many people. I don't know who's going to come out and do it.
I think I'm going to do the Blue Cyclone by Ray Stevens.
There you go.
But come on, that's what we want. That's what we would love. I was going to challenge you guys to do it, but y'all want to be a part of it. It's really fun. It's a fun for folks that are involved. It's fun for the audience. They get their chance to be to judge too. We have 3 judges that will cast their votes, but the audience gets to buy a vote for $1, and so we have the audience favorite, and then we have the team that's raised the most money for the ARC in the interim, for practicing or whatever, and they get an award as well. So if you're entering the contest, you have a chance of 3 awards. Mm-hmm. So that's good too.
All right, so if you're going to enter, basically what you need is
2 songs.
Pick out 2 songs?
2 songs. We have Act 1 and Act 2.
Okay.
So if you really blow Act 1, you have a chance to redeem yourself in Act 2. We wanted to set it up like the TV show. Okay? Because they always, in the competition, they always try to one-up themselves, and they have 2 songs. So all the acts have the first act, and then we have a chance for people to vote on the first act, and then we have the acts for the second act, and we have a chance for everybody to vote on those as well.
Okay. So this is going to be at the Oxford Civic Center.
Right. The Oxford Civic Center on August 19th starts at 7 o'clock, and we should be out of there by 10 o'clock because everybody's got a total of 5 minutes per song that they can do whatever they want within,
I'm sure some people will say, yeah, I'm good without using my entire 5 minutes.
Right. But that includes if you use props, putting the props down or whatever you want to do. And then we have the wonderful John Garlick as our MC, so he gets to hassle them. I had somebody actually ask me yesterday, said, are the judges going to ask us a lot of questions? And I said, no, they probably won't ask you a lot of questions, but John Garlick is the MC, and so be prepared to answer any question about yourself.
Yes. All right. We need to take a quick break. We're going to find out more about this coming up in just a few moments, and we'll have the second half of this week's lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
AOD Federal Credit Union. You already know their friendly staff and great loan products. So here's reason number 8 to choose AOD FCU. a new all-platinum Visa credit card. Call 1-800-637-0299 or visit AODFCU.com to start earning 1% cash back on purchases. Your good credit earns you a better rate. A new Platinum Visa card. Another reason you belong at AOD Federal Credit Union.
I have my own lawn care service. One day I had some blaze that was bent. I was probably here for 5 minutes and they had me back on the road going.
It helps me make more money simply because it's a more dependable machine. And side-by-side comparisons, people want to say they're better, but I've driven them and Toro is the best.
Hey folks, come see us at Foothills Tractor. We're your one-stop shop for anything you need. Locally owned, locally operated, give you the best customer service guaranteed.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead.
Drug addict. Alcoholic. Meth freak.
A wretch.
Like me.
I once was.
Homeless.
Broken. Sad.
Just lost.
But now I am.
Sober.
Happy.
I'm found.
was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
And welcome to the second half of our lineup. First up this half, Dana McRaney. Miss McRaney, last known to be living in Wellington. She's wanted for failure to pay on use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And this is Dariante Duncan. Mr. Duncan, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted on a bond revocation for possession of marijuana first. And take a look at Jeremy Gray. Mr. Gray, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to appear on fraudulent use of a credit card. And meet Demris Allman. Mr. Allman, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for probation violation on felony domestic violence third assault. And take a look at Gerald Camp. Mr. Camp, last known to be living in Oxford. He's wanted for probation revocation on use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And last up in our lineup this week, Randy Holland. Miss Holland, last known to be living in Oxford. She's wanted for failure to pay on negotiating worthless negotiable instruments. That's writing bad checks, folks. And that's it for our lineup this week. If you know the whereabouts of these folks, and we hope you do, please give Crime Stoppers a call, 256-238-1414.
All right, still more crime fighting for you to help us with. We'll have the Crime Stoppers segment of the show coming up here in just a few moments. But right now, we're talking about the lip sync battle that's going to be happening August 19th at the Oxford Civic Center, the ARC of Calhoun and Cleburne counties. This is a fundraiser for you guys. Patty Tiller with us, and it just sounds like a lot of fun supporting an organization that has been doing a lot of good for quite a while.
Well, we appreciate that. Yes, we have services for people with intellectual disabilities. I think most people know us as the local Special Olympic coordinators, but we also have family advocacy programs. We have individual support for our folks who live out in the community by themselves. We have some job support skills, some family support programs that we do, and educational programs. So we have a wide variety of programs for people with intellectual disabilities, and this is a very important fundraiser for us to help continue these services.
Yeah, I've seen your work over the years and been involved with a couple of things in a minor way, and just got a little glimpse into all that you do, and it's such a huge blessing for the individuals that you serve and for the families. And you know, some people might think, well, okay, yeah, they're there because the family doesn't want to take care of this person. The families generally are doing a great job, but everybody, if you've got so-called normal kids, you need some help.
Absolutely.
If you've got kids with developmental disabilities of some kind, intellectual disabilities, you need some, not necessarily additional help, but some specialized help.
Exactly. A lot of times when you're in a situation like that, you feel like you need to reinvent the wheel. I mean, or you feel like, I don't know where the services are, because they're not as out there as some of the normalized services. So that's one of the jobs of the ARC. If people call, we have a person that's there to plug people into whatever program, if they need speech therapy, if they need to find, if they're looking for jobs, we hook them up with ADRS, and then we have a support program that we come in and help them later. The role of the ARC is to help each and every person develop to his or her individual capacity. And so rather than make one blanket statement with anybody who has an intellectual disability, we're there to provide numerous services so that they can plug in and do what they can do.
Yeah, it's beyond, our job as parents and as a community is not just to keep people alive, it's to help them live.
Right.
And I've seen so many instances where your organization really helps people live at the parties. You see your clients just having a ball and loving life.
And just being part of society, that's a big thing. And the parties that you're talking about, people might not think of social activities as something that they need in life. But just think about it, if you didn't have that opportunity to get in and be with your peers or relax or just go out and have a good time. And that's when you were involved with the DJing and the parties that we did. That's a big thing too. Yeah, that we do. We provide services, social activities for our adults in the community.
Of course, I know the Sheriff's Office has been very active in supporting all these organizations like the ARC throughout the community that improve life.
Well, people matter. It's plain and simple. Everybody matters. People matter, and we want to be a part of our community and help. So
and volunteering and doing part of that will help us.
I got to get my courage up to do it. Law enforcement officers carry a gun and they're courageous on many levels, but they would probably rather fight a bad guy and they had to get on the stage and do a lip syncing. So.
Well, the good part about performing is you can be somebody else when you're on the stage. You can, don't worry about it. It's whoever is on the stage did whatever they did on the stage. You can get away with that.
I'm not sure if you can get away with it. But
That's what you tell people. That's what you tell people.
Unless you're collecting cell phones when people come in, it's going to live forever.
Yeah. So if you're going to be bad, you need to be really bad or really good, but no in between.
And whatever you do, that's what you were supposed to do.
That's right.
All right. So August 19th is the date. Adults $5, kids $3 to get in there.
And seniors too.
And seniors as well, just $3. But if somebody wants to participate by being on stage and competing, they need to talk to you now.
Yes, they need to call me by the end of the week. Actually, tomorrow was the deadline, but we'll extend it through the end of the week if somebody wants to. And that's so we can get their name in the program, and get them lined up. We have a sound guy that we'll have. I want to brag on him, Lee Bond, who is going to put it all together and make that part of it run. So everybody, I've got to say this, we've had so much community support putting it together this year. John has jumped in and helped us, and Lee Bond, and our judges, Doris Cooley and Mike Carter and Chris O'Rear. Everybody's doing it, volunteering their time so that the money goes right back to the ARC, and that is a big, big help. And we've had a lot of sponsors that have helped us out, bought sponsorships, and that's on our Facebook page. I don't want to leave anybody out, but we've had a lot of good sponsorship from the community, and we'd love to have some more people come in and see the show, but definitely some more people perform in this show.
All right, so check it out on Facebook, The ARC of Calhoun and Cleveland Counties, and that's ARC, not ARK.
Right.
And the lip sync battle should be a lot of fun. Let's get you involved, either watching or participating. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the Crazy Criminal of the Week and our Crime Stoppers segment on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
I have my own lawn care service. One day I had some blaze that was bent. I was probably here for 5 minutes, and they had me back on the road going.
It helps me make more money simply because it's a more dependable machine. And side-by-side comparisons, people want to say they're better, but I've driven them, and Toro is the best.
Hey folks, come see us at Foothills Tractor. We're your one-stop shop for anything you need. Locally owned, locally operated, give you the best customer service guaranteed.
AOD Federal Credit Union. You already know their friendly staff and great loan products. So here's reason number 8 to choose AOD FCU, a new all-platinum Visa credit card. Call 1-800-637-0299 or visit AODFCU.com to start earning 1% cash back on purchases. Your good credit earns you a better rate. A new Platinum Visa card. Another reason you belong at AOD Federal Credit Union.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak,
a wretch
like me.
I once was.
homeless,
Broken. Sad.
Just lost.
but now I am.
Sober.
Happy.
I'm found.
Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
And welcome to the Crime Stoppers portion of our show, where we ask you to help our investigators with these cases. Sometime between July 19th and August 5th, the blue kayak was stolen from a barn on Chakalaka Road. And between August 4th and August 5th, this vehicle was broken into on Webster's Road in Wellington. They got away with a firearm. And on August 3rd, this residence was shot into through a window on Chakalaka Road. The bullet hole appeared to be made by a BB gun. And sometime between July 31st and August 2nd, a barn was burglarized on Chakalaka Road in Anniston. 2 steel weed eaters and a Husqvarna chainsaw were stolen from that location. And between August 1st and August 2nd, another barn and vehicle were broken into. A leaf blower and 2 chainsaws and 2 firearms were stolen from those places. And last up in our Crime Stoppers section this week, on August 1st, this residence was burglarized on Cedar Springs Road in Jacksonville. ATV, Xbox, and Xbox games were all stolen from that residence. If you know anything about these cases, please give us a call at Crime Stoppers. That number 256-238-1414. Remember, we want your information and not your name.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
All right, our crazy criminal of the week, Sheriff. We men sometimes
We're wrong. I already know. Let's just say that. I'm wrong. I'm sorry, and I shouldn't have done it.
We embarrass easily sometimes when it comes to things that involve females. A lady on the train in Dublin had her pocket picked, and she didn't catch the pickpocket as he was taking the item out of her pocket. She caught him as he was putting it back.
Oh.
He reaches into her pocket and pulls out a female hygiene item. Let's just say that. He looks at it and puts it back in her pocket, and that's when she caught him.
You know, man of my talents, there's so much you could do with that. We'll just leave that on the table, that if you're going to do stupid things, you get stupid prizes. And
I know you've seen over the years many people who have committed crimes and risked their freedom and other things with very, very small return for their
absolutely.
risk.
But here's the other thing. You know, when he got to jail, so what are you in for, man? You know he didn't tell him the truth. You know he told him anything but the truth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he stole a car, murdered somebody or something. He didn't tell him what what you in here for? Oh man, you know, he didn't tell the truth.
Right. That's all the time that we have for this week, mercifully. We will be back again next week, and we'll be looking for you, but hopefully not in the lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.